Okay, welcome to palette collection video number 2. It's a few days later, and actually it's like a week later. Okay, so I just got these 2 palettes from my Ulta order. I just can't help myself. Look at how reflective. Look how beautiful this packaging is. This is the LA Girl Break Free eyeshadow palette. I got the purpley pink toned one. I'm really excited for that. These shimmers look very textured. And then this is the Persona Identity 2 eyeshadow palette. I haven't even looked at this in person yet. I've heard nothing but good things about these Persona palettes, especially the first one, but the first one is just all neutrals, and I cannot force myself to buy another neutral palette at this time, and I really liked the color story of this one. This is the Identity 2. I really like this packaging. It feels like really nice, but not too heavy. So I was really drawn towards this gold and this green and these purples right here. So this is actually my first time seeing it in person, and I really like it. The shimmers seem a little understated, but I could always top those off with a indie brand or a liquid glitter shadow, or really anything actually. So I have 2 drawers left, and I'm hoping to get them all done in this video. And I think I can, because these drawers have much less in them. So this is the Naughty palette by BH Cosmetics. Trying to get it all in frame. This is a really beautiful palette. So how it comes in the mail is it doesn't have a unit carton, and it's just this part, and the back is wrapped in like shrink wrap or plastic. And I was so nervous that it was going to be like poor quality. I love BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes. I was so nervous just because of the presentation, but if that's a way to kind of cut cost in a way that the formula doesn't suffer, then I'm all about it, because this is still a very good formula. And I don't know if you can tell, the shadow, the purple one called Candied Fruit, has so much dimension to it. It's really beautiful. This olivey is really nice. I've used maybe like 5 or 6 shadows from here, and it's really good. I am a little bit nervous that I won't be as inclined to use it in other seasons, but you know, it was just like a nice little treat. So this is the BH Cosmetics Lavidun Prince eyeshadow palette. And this has colorfuls with the neutrals. I like how this is set up. So I bought this a long time ago, and I haven't quite used it yet. I mean, that's like a story for a lot of my eyeshadows, but I don't want to get rid of it yet because I really like these neutrals and the colors on the rainbow colors on the bottom. There was a time when BH Cosmetics, I would just keep buying their palettes, like catch up on all the ones that I missed because I didn't get into makeup for a while. Later than most people, so all these palettes were already existing, and I just kept catching up on them. So I have used this one. This is the Run Wild by Tina Young, and it is a face palette, which I have used a couple times. I have used the palette quite a bit, actually. So my thoughts about this one is it's not my favorite colorful palette, but I still like it. I still like having it. I don't I don't know what to say. I still like it, so I don't really want to get rid of it. And that's all I have. That's all she wrote. I don't want to get rid of it. Please don't make me get rid of it. This is the Glam Light Street Taco, the small one. Mine always gets stuck to the upper cardboard. And this is what it looks like. It's a bunch of brights with like a really nice, pretty shimmery purple and warm shades right there. Have I used this one? I don't think I've used this one yet, but I've used the larger one. I'm getting really embarrassed. And please don't call me out. I can't handle it. I'm fragile. I'm so fragile right now. These are palettes of single shadows. I'm going to do a whole video with my single shadows and my depotted palettes. This is the Beauty Bay and Nikki Tutorials palette. These shimmers are really nice in here. They're almost like JD Glow. I don't know if you guys have used those. They're almost, they're very unique and interesting shimmers. The mattes are mattes, you know. Mattes don't draw me in as much as shimmers do, but I really like this palette. Those shimmers, oh my god, especially this one. What is it? All In. It really reminds me of like independently owned shimmer shadow companies, single companies, JD Glow, I should say. And I really like the design of this palette and the quality. I like it. You can open one side or just the other. I really like this one. So this is the Take Me Back to Brazil. Is this the one? The original? Yeah, this is the original one with mostly mattes. I've used this a few times. I know when I need a bright color that I can't find in a palette that I'm already using, I know I can come to this palette. It doesn't get used as much as some of my other palettes, but it's reliable, you know? I can count on it to have any sort of shade of green that I need, or blue or purple or yellow or orange or pink. This one's Take Me Back to Brazil Rio edition, so it's, I think, essentially the same palette, but all of the shades are shimmers or metallics. I have not used this one, actually. I think you're gonna live action see me declutter this palette because the shimmers don't look impactful. They look more like satins or metallics. The only one that really looks shimmery is this down here, and I don't ever see me using that. And it looks like I swatched this one over here, and it looks like that the glitter on top is just like an overspray. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. You guys, I did it. I got rid of one. This was also a time where I just was sort of spending because it was there and I wanted to spend. This is Take Me to Ibiza. Look how fun this is. This, like, I want to hang out with her. She looks like she's so much fun. I wonder if she has an extra neon bra that I can borrow. This, I don't know, like, the purpose of this. Were they going to make a series like the Take Me to Brazil, Take Me to Ibiza, sort of make it a series? Or what? Because they already had the rainbow, so I have not tried this except for this shade and this shade to make a brow color. I want to try this one before I get rid of it. I don't know why I want to try this one, but give up on the Rio edition. Is this kind of a declutter too? But these shimmers look way better than the Rio edition, if I'm being honest. This is the Glamlight Viva Taco palette, the big one. I have used this one. I used the reds and the purples. So this shade, this shade, this shade. I need to break this one out again as well. Now that I look at it, it looks looks like a nice fall palette with these greens right here and the reds and the purples. I almost want to rearrange it so the reds are all by each other, the purples are all by each other, and the greens, and then the neutrals in a little section. These pants are glued in, and I don't want to risk ruining them, so I'm not going to do that. But now that I look at it again and I can see that it's kind of scattered, I can have sort of that mindset when I go into this one. This is really cute. I like that it's a taco. I actually want to get the pizza one too, and the pizza slice. Yeah, I really love food, and so does Glamlight. Okay. Oof, that looks so bad. This is single shadows. I will get into this. But this, look how terrible it looks. It's in a rough shade. Oh my god. Now this is the Morphe 39S, such a gem. I'm just letting you guys know I'm getting rid of this. I should not have bought this one. This is the BH Cosmetics Nice palette. It goes with the Naughty palette that we started this video out with. Again, it was another like plastic wrapped just around this lower section and this closed on top of it. There was no box or unit carton. So again, I was nervous that it was going to be bad quality, but this quality of this palette is actually really nice. I've used this shade a ton. Like these 4 shades on the bottom, I do in a look multiple times. I've done in a look multiple times, and it's just really nice. This shade Snowball, let's see. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a white shadow with like a purpley blue pink shimmer. It's really, really pretty eyeshadow. Come on. I don't know if this helps at all. I'm all backwards. Okay, that... Oh, there you go. I'm like, I swear it looks better than that. It's more of a topper shade that I like to layer on top of this shade. It's really, really pretty. And these shadows are soft and they're really blendable. I did have a little bit of trouble with this shade Carolers, but it's such a dark shadow. I think it might have a black face or something because it looked pretty bruisey on my eye, but I don't blame the palette for that. I kind of blame my technique and my choice of colors. So here I have some of my ColourPop monochromatic. Did we do some in the first video? Yes, we did. These are some more. Oh my, they have so many of these. I just did a quick count of the, I'm not going to call them the monochromatic because some of them are just neutral. Some of them are, I have like 18 of these 9-pan palettes. That's crazy. And I don't even think I have them all, that's just wild to me. ColourPop goes off. They go off. So this is the Blue Moon palette. It's probably my favorite of their 9-pan palettes. I love blue eyeshadow, and I think there's a really nice range of blue eyeshadows. Like there's like this mid-toned, a pastel, a really deep navy, and then like this sort of purpley toned one. This shade reminds me a lot of that shade I just swatched from the Nice palette. It's like a white base with like a blue shimmer. It almost like seems like it would be a really beautiful highlight shade, like Nikki Tutorial Space Baby. I don't own that. I really want to own it because of that eyeshadow. And I really like to layer that shadow on top of like the other shadows in here too to make like a halo eye. This, I'm pretty sure it's my favorite monochromatic ColourPop palette. This is Main Squeeze. It came out the same month as Blue Moon. This was their birthday palette in 2019. So it came out May 2019 and Blue Moon came out a little bit later that month. And it looks like I've used this one a little bit. I don't know what to say about this one. It looks very cute and very pretty. I love this deep red shade. I think I was in the BH Cosmetics Cherry on Top palette I have over there. That was in the first video. I mentioned how I don't have really any other shades like this, but there's one right here. Yeah, I love that shade. I really do enjoy these monochromatic palettes like everyone else does, as long as I get a color story that I vibe with. And I vibe with a lot, but I know there's at least one in here that I haven't used yet. And that's because I don't vibe with that color story, but I bought it anyway, you know? I just got this year, and I'm glad I waited because when I bought it, this is the Just My Look palette. When it came out, I should say, I wasn't into these deep greens. I was kind of into, what was I into? I don't think I was into color yet. I was kind of more neutrals and then warm tones. So I waited, and then I waited about 1.5 years, and then now I'm all about the deep greens and olive tones. So I'm glad I waited, so I wasn't... I mean, I was going to end up with the palette no matter what, honestly. But I'm still glad I waited. I don't fuck with pastels. I just looked at this green and it like instantly pissed me off. And we're going to see a pastel palette soon that I should not have bought. But I really, really love greens. I think I'm going to do like a deep green olive look on my wedding day, but we shall see. And maybe it'll be this palette. I think this is called the Child palette, or like the Mandalorian Child palette. This one's made from cardboard and it's a really cute palette. Maybe I'll wear this one on my wedding day. This one comes with a mirror and little baby Yoda, which I guess isn't really necessarily baby Yoda. I don't know. I don't really watch this show. I just think that the little, this guy, I think he's really cute. And this color story is really pretty. This shade is like a shifty green to gold to like sort of brown shadow. I think it's a Super Shock, and I love these deep shades on the bottom. I don't really fuck with pastels. This is like it's like that, the shadows I've just been showing you. It's like a white shadow with a green shimmer. Let's see, oh, you can really see it there with like a green and gold shimmer. that one's really pretty as well. And I like that it has this transition-y shade. And I realize and recognize that this isn't a transition shade on everyone, so maybe they could have had one more, but then it's like, which shadow do you take out to add another transition? Then it's not enough green, you know, like you can never please everyone, truthfully, but I really like this palette and I don't regret buying it. And I like that it's cardboard. I have a test today. I need to make sure I don't miss my test. Okay, I have like 45 minutes. So this is the Mint to Be. I bought this and I've worn it on my eyes once. I don't like this one. I'm going to hang on to it a little bit longer. Like, this is kind of like a mini declutter. I said in my first video that all the palettes I'm going to show you that I like, and then I have a declutter coming, but I didn't get this far yet. So I wore this on my eyes, and I had dark hair, and it just looked so... I can't think of the word right now. It just looked so lifeless on my eyes. I'm really into jewel tones, but I'm going to hang on to it just in case I change my taste, which is always bound to happen. And this one does have this deeper shade and this sort of like mid-toned one, but I wouldn't be surprised if I pass this along. Do you guys remember when everyone wanted yellow eyeshadow like last summer of 2019? This is the Honey. I think it came out in summer 2019, maybe earlier than that. I haven't used this one yet because I've been using the Urban Decay Naked Honey. Did I talk about that one yet? No, I don't think I have. So this one is really pretty now that I'm looking at. My palette is like, can you see, like, shadows keep popping out. I dropped it, and like the magnetic strips they have in there aren't very strong, so just if you drop your palettes, just a warning that these things will pop out. I love how pretty and golden this palette is. The only true yellows are like this one, and then the glitter has a pressed glitter. I really like this goldeny brown and this shade. I think they're pretty unique to my collection other than the Urban Decay. Okay, so I had to do a quick battery change. If your point of view has changed, that's why. Let me adjust. Oh, look, here's the battery. So, as I was saying about Honey, I like the golden tones, and it's similar to Urban Decay Naked Honey. I think that's what I was saying. This is the ColourPop Baby Got Peach palette. I have not used this one. This is really pretty now that I'm looking at it. So I used to really, I used to really love peach and coral tones, but now that I look at this one, these are more like fleshy tones, like this one, this one, this one, and this one are, actually all of these are really pretty. They're not like the Sweet Talk, which I kind of have fallen out of love with. We had a falling out, but this looks like a more mature version of the Sweet Talk. Okay, I want to set this aside. This is the ColourPop Bird of Paradise palette. This was the Ulta exclusive. There's like a set of 3 bird-themed holiday Ulta exclusive thingies. And I wanted all of them, but I got this one as a gift, which I don't know why I'm like laughing. I haven't used it, so maybe I shouldn't have asked for it. I really like that middle, like really warm, fiery golden shade. Again, very beautiful now that I look at it. It has like the richer orangey tones, like the more mature jewel toned oranges, other than this one right here. So yeah, if you're wondering where this is, it was the Ulta exclusive holiday. I was looking at that foil palette, and I haven't used it yet. There's just not enough days of the week. Am I right? Okay, so these are the last palettes in this drawer. I think this is going to be in one video, so it's only going to be a 2-video palette collection, which I'm excited for. This is the Violet Voss eyeshadow palette that came with the Ipsy Plus bag. 6-color eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette. I don't think it has a name. I don't see a name on here, but don't you love Violet Voss's rebranding, or maybe just like this branding. It's really like pretty and mature. So this is what it looks like. Oh, this is what it looks like. And it's a corally palette. It looks very similar to the Bird of Paradise and Baby Got Peach palette. This is more vibrant than the camera is sort of allowing at this time. This would be a really cute palette to travel with, or go on a road trip with, or just like take with you, because it's really small and compact. But I can see me making looks that I really enjoy from it. I really like these two shades right here. I don't know why. It's so boring when I like those two shades, those types of shades. So I think this is ColourPop's Ulta Holiday 2020, but I think it's available on their website. So maybe they're gonna have, if I had to guess, at this moment in time, they might have one Ulta exclusive holiday release and then another release on their Ulta website. If I had to guess, I'm filming this on December 19th. I mean, not December. Shit. November 19th. So just some ColourPop speculation for you. This is the Grandeur or Grandeur palette. I really love, like, I love this background of like the deep navy and sort of like these roses. My significant other said it looks like a grandma's textile. It's really the camera is not doing it justice. I know that it's neutral, but it's very deep, sort of musky. I know musky is like a smell, but neutrals. And this is a glitter, which makes me really sad. I wish it wasn't a glitter and maybe a Super Shock instead. This is really beautiful. I just got it in the mail a couple of weeks ago, so I haven't quite used it yet. And this comes, it's like a trio. I didn't order the other one. It's the Ornate palette because it's mostly warm tones based on from the website, and I'm like restricting myself each week, and I wanted to prioritize these two and then go back to get the Ornate if I kind of felt like it at a later date. So this is the Baroque, and it's more of these like deepened, sort of mysterious, really pretty grayish lavender tones. It's really beautiful. It's really unique to my collection, I think. And I love the way this looks. This is a matte with a purple shimmer, and this looks like a matte black with sort of like a pinky shimmer. I just bumped the mic, I'm so sorry. But this is really beautiful and mysterious. I haven't used it on my eyes yet. I haven't even swatched it. I normally don't swatch palettes just in case I change my mind. I haven't touched it. I can either return the palette and it's still usable and they don't have to throw it away, or so I can just pass it along without having touched it. But I'm really excited for these. I know they look pretty understated, but I'm excited to use those. Okay, I love these. I'm so excited to talk about these. So we're in the bottom drawer now. And these are promptly, swiftly, and quickly being moved up to my top drawer. Top drawer palettes right here. This is the Sigma Corta Rosa, and this is the first Sigma palette I've ever owned. I skipped a few palettes in that drawer. I'll just do them after. And this is what made me fall in love with Sigma palettes. It comes with, okay, I've talked about this before. It comes with these beautiful papers that have like designs on them. And look at this, you guys. You guys, look at these shimmers are so unique. I've never felt, seen, experienced anything like those before, especially these two. The other ones are a little bit less impactful, but look at this. This is beautiful. This is like modern Renaissance's best friend. It's rude to compare, but I just don't like modern Renaissance, and I think this one's way better, and it's slept on. I know it's just warm tones, but look at these shimmer right here. Oh my gosh. You guys, you have to, okay, so I was about to say Sigma has a sale right now, but when I post this, it's probably not active anymore. Please just humor me and look at one of these palettes I'm going to show you. Either the Corte Rosa, Enchanted, or the Untamed palette. They are really something special and unique. So this is the Enchanted. Look at that holographic box. This came out first, and I wanted to get it, but it was a little bit more expensive for my tastes. You see, like, I had a lot of ColourPop and BH Cosmetics. And then I got the Corte Rosa, and then I was like, okay, it's obviously worth the price. Oh, okay, I heard a noise. So it has the paper that's sort of decorated with leaves. And look at that. Oh my god. You can really, from this angle, see how, like, beautiful and unique these shimmers are. Right here, 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 here. And this deep green with the black. I love when a black is in an eyeshadow palette. Sigma, I've talked about this before, and I'm going to do it multiple times. Their eyeshadow palettes feel so thought out and very connected with the theme that they choose. And like, you could do 2 shadow looks, like this in your crease, this all over the lid, this in the crease, this all over the lid. An all matte look, and like this sort of shifty shade, which is like a blue brown shade. Guys, look how wonderful. It's beautiful. And you know what? It's not my affiliate code. I don't know if it's affiliated, but it is someone's code called Glitzy Fritzy, and it should get you 30% off. It's not my code. I don't know whose it is. I don't know who Glitzy Fritzy is, but it's the best code out there. It might be affiliated, so if you're not like cool with that, but just use it to get yourself some money off and get a beautiful palette. Or when you're seeing this video, maybe they'll be having a sale right now on November, what did I say, 19th. They have 40% off, which is a hella good deal. Hella good sale. Here's the Untamed palette. Where's the paper? It has zebra stripes on it, which is kind of sentimental to me. Not really sentimental. My high school, our mascot was zebras. It's not sentimental to me because I don't really care. But it is like a connection to my past. Let's see if I can get these shimmers sort of popping and going like I did with the other ones. I'm having a little bit of trouble with this one. Again, very well thought out and like placed in the palette. So you could do this in the crease, this on the lid, this in the crease, really blended out, of course. This on the lid, do like a romantic, warm pinky look. You got a cream shade and a black. I love when there's a black. And look at it, just so beautiful and thoughtful. Like, maybe I'm just crazy, but I really think these color stories are unique. This shade is like a pinky lavender with like bluey purple shimmer in it. It's just really pretty. You can tell that thought was put into this. It wasn't like, let's do an Untamed theme and just, you know, go with it. Go do, little workers. Go do. It's like, I have this theme, I have some ideas, let's collaborate. You know what I mean? You could tell when things are a collaborative effort amongst beautiful minds. And lastly, from Sigma, they actually sent me this palette. They saw my video about my top 10 favorite palettes, and all the Sigma ones were in there. But they were... It was PR. They like called it PR, but it was really like a gift because I said such nice things that they didn't ask me to. They didn't know I was gonna make the video. They sort of found it. They were like one of the only people that actually viewed that video, and they sent me like a little package, kind of as like a thank you. And they were glad that I liked their products, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, but they called it PR, so I guess you could call this PR. I haven't used this one yet, but I really am excited for this green. It's kind of an olivey gold green, and it looks like a really good essential palette. Oh, you can see, I look demonic. You can see my double chin. I have a pimple right here. Let's not. Let's not. It looks like a really good palette I could just put in my everyday makeup basket and sort of just trust that it's gonna look pretty, you know. Maybe not like groundbreaking and earth-shattering and Pangea snapping as the other palettes, but it seems like one I can trust, if that makes any sense. So here are some more singles in a different video. Here is my Sailor Moon, what is this called? The Pretty Guardian palette with ColourPop. You can kind of see it like shift. How do I get it? Yeah, so I am so goofy. I bought this. I must have got it at launch. I can hardly remember. If anything was like a little bit pre-quarantine or during quarantine. I'm back to work technically. I don't really, I must have repressed it. But people have been like asking and begging for a restock of this and Mulan, I'm pretty sure. And I've had it and I've hardly used it. You can see I got into this one a little bit. And I used this one, but I've hardly used it, and I feel so bad because I'm someone that actually wanted it and was looking forward to it and having a difficult time getting it. Could have gotten it instead of me, but it's beautiful. I look forward to using it. I do feel a little like shisty. That's a word I've been saying lately. I do feel a little bit bad that I was able to get it probably during launch when someone else who would get a ton more use is waiting or had to wait, you know what I'm saying? So this is the Beauty Rust palette by Colored Rain. Something throws me off about this palette, and I think it's the background color of this palette because it is bright neon orange. Because I look at this and I think it runs, in my head it runs way too dark. So I might need to depot this palette or just dig in and experiment at the end of a long day one day so I can get a really true idea of what these colors look like. So yeah, I have not used this one. This mustardy yellow looks really pretty though. I gotta make sure I don't miss my test. It is 4:10. I want to set up my test at 4:15, so I got 5 minutes. This is the Tarte palette. What is it even called? For what? What are you called? Shape Tape Shaping Eyeshadow Palette. It's just a nice, reliable, neutral Tarte palette. It doesn't have like the signature Tarte smell, which makes me sad. It makes me think that this is not the same formula because it must not be. The shimmer is like a nice flaky textured one. It's like a gold with a pink reflect to it. Here is the Juvia's Place Warrior palette, the Warrior. It is really nice, sunshiny golden tones. I remember when I saw this on Instagram. I think I saw an ad for it. And it was right when I was starting to get into makeup. I think I hadn't even met or moved in with my fiance yet. And my jaw dropped. And then I got into like a huge Juvia's Place kick and ordered like all of their palettes and barely used any. I have used this one though. This is the Sugar Rush BU palette. It is it's very beautiful. The shimmers metallics are very reflective and beautiful. I have not really used it yet. Some things just slip my mind. Okay, so I got this for myself for Christmas last year. It is the Stila Blue Realm palette. Look at that. I've used it, I think once, but I have used it. It looks like I haven't because like the imprint's still in there. This blue is crazy. And then like this is one of those shades with the white base with really beautiful shimmers. A really beautiful palette. And I really love this packaging even though it's plastic, you know. It's hard because like sometimes plastic just feels nicer, but I mean it's in the world forever now, whereas cardboard can decompose. This is the ColourPop Gather Round Sisters Hocus Pocus palette. I really love these. Are like my perfect shades with the sort of aubergine eggplant colors, the deep cranberry reds, and this olivey green duo. I did use this the whole entire week before Halloween and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed using it. Is this a pressed glitter? I can't tell. Yeah, I think that was a pressed glitter. This one right here. Very beautiful. I hope they bring it back next year so more people can get it. Okay, I have 2 minutes. I'm not close to done, but I'm going to try and get as much done as possible. This is the ColourPop Garden Variety palette. It looks so much like the Gather Round Sisters palette with the aubergine and that green right there, and then the rest is neutrals. Yeah, probably should not have picked this one up, but I love gardening and they really got me with this packaging. Even my significant other was like, just don't do it. I'll put this pattern on one of your already palettes you own, but they had a sale and then I picked it up and then now I have it. Okay, so the last one I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm going to finish this video after my test. The light will change drastically because of daylight savings. This is the ColourPop Mulan palette. Really beautiful, neutral and cool tones. I really love these. This gold and this red. Another situation just like Pretty Guardian where I was able to snag it right at the beginning of quarantine and a bunch of people tried to get it, yearned for it, couldn't get it, was not able to get it, and I got it and it just kind of sat here. So I am now more mindful of that, if that makes sense. If I know there's, sorry about the noise, in highly anticipated launch and I'm just kind of indifferent to it, but I still kind of want it, I will not get it in the first round and just let the people who actually want it and covet it get it. Okay, I'm gonna actually do these two real quick. These are the LA Girl Keep It Playful palettes. One is in Foreplay, and then this is in Playmate. My Playmate does not close. It's like broken, or they didn't put a magnet in it or something. It is a pinky, warm toned. Really, these are really nice. They're really good quality, and they're pretty cheap, and they're on sale all the time. This is like a goldeny orange tone. They have like a black and grayish one. I didn't pick that one up. Okay, I have to go for now. It'll just be a few seconds for you, but either a day or an hour and a half for me. Wish me luck on my test from the future. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm back. Am I recording? Yes. So I only had 6 palettes left to talk about, but you know, I had a test and you do what you gotta do. I got an 83%, in case you were wondering, and yeah, that's pretty good. It was a hard test, so I wanted to, one other thing. If you saw like a palette sitting here while I was talking about a different palette and then I didn't talk about the next palette, that's because I decluttered it. I was kind of decluttering as I go. So that's why that might have happened and you're like, wait, why didn't she talk about that one? It's because I decluttered it and I am going to post a declutter eventually. So I just got this one, got my order for the Raw Beauty Christie by ColourPop at Forest Sight palette. This is only my second time looking at it. So yeah, these are definitely my tones. I love jewel tones. I love olive greens. Blue is my shit. And yeah, this is the perfect palette for me, I think. I haven't used it yet. I literally got it just a couple days ago. I'm sorry if you hear my phone. Me and my mom, my gift from God, I guess, are trying to get our Black Friday order together, so that's why my phone would be going crazy. This is the ColourPop Mulan palette, and it's another one of those situations like the Sailor. Oh, let me turn this light on. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me show you this one in the light. Here's this one in the light. That probably. So this is like a deep brown, I think, and then this is the eggplanty aubergine color. This is the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. This is really pretty. I have used this a couple times, and shades are hit or miss in this palette. I really like the sort of unique. They have a ton of shades in here, but a lot of them are pretty unique and really pretty. So I've used this shade with purple shadow. It was really pretty. So I try not to buy these larger palettes because I'm actually decluttering quite a few. But this one spoke to me and it's a little bit more special. So I do enjoy this one. I'm so excited to get these drawers organized. All my palettes are just kind of stacked up all around me. This is the ColourPop It's All Good palette. I've used a couple shades from this palette. I haven't used it solely for a look on its own, I believe. But I wanted this because Jaclyn Hill did her second collaboration with Morphe, the larger Jaclyn Hill #2 palette or whatever. And I really liked it and I really wanted it. I really like those shades, but I didn't want to support Jaclyn Hill because I think she's kind of shisty to her subscribers and the people that give her a platform. So this is very similar to it, and I haven't used it as much as I thought I would. But I still really like it, and I'm glad I didn't give my money to Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. Morphe itself is a problem. This is the Desert Oasis palette by BH Cosmetics, and I haven't quite used this one yet. I bought this off a recommendation of someone on Instagram, and they loved it. Like, it was one of their favorite palettes, and I haven't used it yet at all, and I've had it probably for over a year. Maybe I should pass this one along. There's not a ton of mattes, but I'm kind of okay with that in my current shadow style techniques. I really like a impactful shimmer, so maybe I'll try it. But if I don't like it, I know this is something my mom would like to use. So if I try it and I don't like it, I can give it to her. I have a plan. I have a plan. Okay, so this is the Pacifica Magical eyeshadows. Is this Animal Magic? And look at this. So the shadows are named after animals, and like there's little animal origamis on the back saying the shade names. Actually, no. Oh, it's not the shade names. It's like what each animal... I'm saying animal with a B or a P. I don't know why. Animal means, so like the bear is a true leader, the tiger is strong force. That's cool. Okay. This, I think, is supposed to be like a dupe of the original Jaclyn Hill palette. I think, anyway. Like, it has this little corner of like blues and like purple, and the rest is very neutral. Again, haven't used this one yet. I got this one earlier this year. But the shimmers look really nice. These shimmers actually look like this one, and this one look like the shimmers in the the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. They seem like really good quality, and the shimmers look really nice, but I'm trying to defend myself sort of subtly, and it's not working. Last but not least, I'm not sure if I want to declutter this. This is the Tati Beauty Volume 1 Textured Neutrals palette. So I had my heart set on decluttering this because even though I like it, it's not something that calls out to me, but I was taking a peek at it just now, and I love the tones in here. Something I didn't notice before. I love the tones of Soothe and Ritual and Story. And I've mentioned it several times throughout this, the lot of me talking, is that I actually do kind of like these mattes with the shimmers in it. And let's see. I know a lot of people can't show. I do like these, and these ones are really pretty. Like, look at this one, has blue shimmer in it. And the orange has gold shimmer. They're really pretty if you just do a one shadow look, and you're canceling out the veins in your eyes, but you also have like a little bit of glimmer in it. It's very pretty. So I think I'm going to let this hang out just a couple more months. Maybe I'll add it to my weekly makeup basket and give her another chance. If I still don't like it, I know this is something my mom would use. For sure, even if it's just this row. Ooh, I touched the glitter. And my sister would really love this as well. So I can count on them to like my neutral palettes if I don't want them. Okay, you guys, that's it. Thank you for watching my eyeshadow palette collection. I love these videos. I love seeing what people have. I love seeing what people declutter. I hope I didn't come off as braggy. That was not my intention. I didn't want to do a bunch of disclaimers because I just want to post videos that I make, and I know with that comes criticism, but some things go without saying. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back tomorrow for... My face is so distorted. Come back tomorrow for more content. I am gonna try and post every day in December. We'll see about it. I don't have a cute little name for it. Memesmas? Mary's Christmas? Mary's Christmas? Mary's Christmas? This is probably day number 2. Come back for Mary's Christmas number 3. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to. Okay, bye.